Ahead of their world title fight at Crystal Palace's Selhurst Park on the 15th June, Billam Smith and Richard Riakporhe face off in the Sky Sports News studio. Richard Riakporhe has warned Billam Smith he will be sharing the ring with a salivating hyena when the pair collide for the WBO World Cruiserweight title at Selhurst Park on June 15. The duo will meet for the second time in the ring when Billam Smith defends his cruiserweight crown against Riakporhe, who emerged victorious via split decision in their first clash back in 2019. Billam Smith became champion in May 2023 when he defeated British rival Lorenzo Colli in a majority decision win in front of his home fans at Bournemouth's Vitality Stadium. This time, he steps into Riakporhe's backyard as the South Londoner takes centre stage at the home of his beloved Crystal Palace. "I'm really happy, finally my dream has come true, not just to fight for a world title but to fight at Selhurst Park," Riakporhe told Sky Sports. "It's unbelievable, I'm looking forward to putting on a show for the fans and keeping the title in South London. The only thing that's going to be derailed is Billam Smith. He's got experience, he's world champion, he has the title but I've got hunger, will, and he's fighting a salivating hyena that hasn't eaten for a week. It's going to be a tough fight for Billam Smith." Riakporhe had previously predicted a first-round knockout against Billam Smith, and didn't shirk plans for a stoppage finish as the fight was announced on Tuesday. "Billam Smith likes to talk a lot and sometimes I see things pop up on the feed. If I see him talking smack on the feed I lend him in 3, if I see him at the press conference in some funny shoes then I lend him in 2, if you run I lend you in 1, added Riakporhe. Billam Smith joked he is quite comfortable in my footwear and insisted he isn't thinking too much about his defeat to Riakporhe, which remains his only career defeat as a professional. The 33-year-old has long maintained the belief that he deserved to win the first fight after being on the receiving end of what he judged to have been an unfair knockdown call by the referee. "Much different fighter now, different person, it's finally on and I'm excited," said Billam Smith. "I'm glad the fight happened, it helped me build the experience and become the fighter I am today. It was my first proper 50-50 fight, so good experience. It's hard to watch when you know what you're capable of. It's irrelevant now, I've gone on to do some good stuff." Billam Smith had put on a career-best performance to dethrone Colli last year, before successfully defending his title against Mateusz Misternak on December 10. He says Riakporhe should expect a different version of him the second time around, and is ready to embrace the challenge of fighting in a potentially hostile environment. "I've improved in all areas," said Billam Smith.